All right, what's going on, guys? First of all, let me apologize. It's been way too long since I've done one of these, but has been kind of an insane couple of months. As you guys probably know by now, if you've seen my most recent video and some of my email newsletters and stuff, my wife and I have moved to a new house, so that obviously is just a crazy process, especially considering I have to figure out what I'm going to do with my shop during that whole process. So really exciting stuff. I will hopefully be getting some footage in that space to show you guys here in the next couple of days or week or so as I kind of get started building out that space. But it's really exciting. I was originally planning to potentially build something in our backyard at the new place, but we've got a pretty strict HOA there, and it's also going to be incredibly expensive, so ended up just looking around for some commercial properties and found one right down the road from my house that works really, really nicely. So we'll be getting that kind of built out. It's a big empty rectangle right now. It's got literally no lights except for one in the bathroom. It does have a bathroom, which is awesome, and it's got like 3 outlets. So obviously lots of electrical to do, lots of lighting stuff to do. I am going to be putting in all American Greenlight stuff again. They're providing me with the lighting, which is awesome. So did a kind of projection with them about where all the new tools will be going. So I have that stuff on its way, and that's kind of going to be probably the first thing that I put in the space, because obviously filming the rest of this with no lighting in the space would be really difficult. But then after that, I'm going to meet with an electrician actually tomorrow, and we're going to go over kind of what type of circuits and what size all the circuits need to be and all that kind of stuff, and where all the outlets will end up going. After we've got that figured out, I'm going to hopefully reach out to Southwire to see if they're interested in providing some of that wiring, because that stuff adds up really quick too. But then kind of once we know the electrical plan, my buddy Justin, who is a licensed general contractor, is going to be helping me with the build out itself, and we're going to be covering all of the concrete walls with 2x4 framing, and then sheathing all of that with 1/2-inch kind of nice looking AC Southern Yellow Pine plywood. And so that's going to do a couple of things. First, it will obviously look a lot better than the concrete, which really just doesn't look good, especially on camera. Wood versus white painted concrete just has such a nicer, kind of more organic, natural feel. But then also, it'll allow us to run the wiring inside those walls. We will still have to use MC, or the metal jacketed conduit or cable rather, just because it is a commercial space, but it'll allow us not to have to use the EMT, that surface mounted kind of metal conduit, which can be a bit of a pain. So that'll be nice. Then also I'm planning on adding some soundproofing insulation, which should help me not disturb my neighbors there, but also help reduce some of the echo. I'll also probably do some acoustic panels on the ceiling in there, but I think having those walls is going to definitely be worth it. It's pretty cool though. 84 Lumber, who is a kind of building material supplier, they're nationwide. Some of you guys have probably heard of them. They're going to be providing all of the studs and the plywood and all of the fasteners and that kind of thing. They don't sell insulation or drywall, or at least my local one doesn't, so having to get that somewhere else, but that's going to be a huge part of the cost covered, which is awesome. So I'm having that stuff delivered on Wednesday, so that's going to be getting started here really soon. But later today, I got to go apply for a building permit, which is the first time I've ever done anything like that, so that's going to be kind of interesting. And then tomorrow, electrician, and Wednesday, get everything moved into the new space as far as the materials are concerned. I'm going to be building everything out before actually moving my tools over, just because it would be a pain to have to work around all of these things in that new space. But obviously, once the walls are in and the plywood is up on the walls and all that stuff, then I'll get the tools moved in and I can start getting settled in, which will be a whole process in and of itself. Yeah, so gonna be kind of crazy. I'm trying to get this all done in the month of April, so then in May at some point I can start on a kitchen remodel at our new house. So definitely some big projects coming up, but it's really exciting. It's all stuff that's kind of new to me, so it's gonna be a lot of learning and a lot of kind of new things for me to work on. So it'll be really cool. Obviously, new shop space means lots of new shop organization stuff as well, so I'm sure there'll be some shop projects and that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's super exciting. But what I'm working on this week, which the project video for it won't be out till next week. I'm taking a week off in the kind of publishing schedule just to give myself a little bit more breathing room as I do this shop build out. Is going to be this kind of plywood media console or TV stand, whatever you want to call it. I'll put some kind of B-roll over showing you guys how it looks. Nobody else has seen the finished product, so a little sneak peek for you guys. But yeah, it's really super cool. I love the way it came together. I used all plywood that I already had on hand, trying to use up some stuff before I move so that I don't have to move it. Plywood obviously is big and heavy and awkward to move, so trying to use some of that up. But I obviously love the kind of exposed plywood aesthetic anyway, so I think it turned out really nice. So again, that one will be out not this week but the following week, so stay tuned for that. But outside of that, nothing much else going on in the shop. It's kind of a mess. I've got a couple new machines back here. Let me flip this guy around. This is my new lathe from Powermatic. This is the 3520C, which is their newest lathe, which I'm really excited to have. And then I've got this metal cutting bandsaw, this behemoth over here. This is from Jet, which same parent company as Powermatic, but this is going to be really nice for cutting steel, because obviously welding and metalworking are something I'm definitely wanting to get into more this coming year. Obviously I redid this whole metalworking side, which a lot of people were really bummed about when I said that I was going to be moving, but all of this stuff will move over to the new space, no problem. Obviously the OSB walls will stay, but that was like, you know, $80 and not a huge deal. So yeah, all of the tools and the layout even will move over nicely to the new space. But that's pretty much it. Outside of that, I'm also going to be setting up a small kind of DIY shop at the new house, just because I can't wrap my head around not having some kind of tools at the house I'm living at. It just seems kind of weird. So I did just get the SawStop job site saw, so that'll be my kind of little table saw that I'll have at that space, and then I'll have, you know, another set of cordless tools there, and that way when I do these kind of home renovation projects, if there's any kind of cuts or things like that I need to make, I can just go out to the garage and it'll all be tools that can kind of fold up against the wall and get out of the way for my wife to park in the garage. So yeah, it's all going good. Just been kind of crazy around here, but we're loving the new house and super excited for the weather to kind of warm up, because we're kind of right near a lake, which is going to be great for my little guy, you know, kind of teaching him to swim, and there's a playground and all that kind of stuff. So super exciting, but hopefully you guys are doing well. I'm really going to make a concerted effort to do more of these moving forward, especially because one of the best things about this new house is we have much better internet. The internet here at our old house was less than 1 megabyte per second upload, which, if you know anything about internet, it's terribly slow. I would actually tether my cell phone to my computer to upload videos. So new place has screaming fast internet, which makes doing videos like this a lot easier. So I am committing to doing more of these and also doing more live streams, because again, terrible internet here at the old place meant that live streams were a real pain. I had to do them all from my phone, which was obviously a huge data burden, but now I have better internet set up for that, and we'll also have the same internet at the new shop, so that will all be kind of more consistent moving forward as well. But thanks again for all of your support. I love that you guys support me, even when I'm not as consistent with this stuff, so I really appreciate it. If there's anything you guys kind of want more out of this program, or whatever you want to call it, the YouTube membership thing, let me know. I'm always happy to hear feedback. Obviously I'm doing this all for you guys, so just let me know what you're interested in hearing more about, or getting, or whatever. So again, thanks so much, and I guess until next time, happy building, guys.